Hello my dear students, welcome to the presentation. Today's topic is structure and functions of the nucleus. The learning outcomes of this presentation will include, that means after the completion of this presentation, you will definitely know how to answer what is nucleus, who discovered nucleus, what is the structure of nucleus, what is the nucleolus and where it is present, as well as the structure of nucleolus. Finally, you will definitely know different functions of the nucleus. Let us have some sort of introduction about the nucleus. We are all know that cell is the structural and functional unit of the organism. In this way, the nucleus will be treated as the structural and functional unit of the cell. It will be known as most important cell organelle. That means nucleus is the most important cell organelle. It controls all metabolic and hereditary activities of the cell. It was discovered by the scientist Robert Brown in 1833. All cells consist of nucleus except the mammalian RBC. So, in mammalian RBC, nucleus is not present. Depending on the number of nucleus in the cell, they can be divided into three types, namely the mononucleate, dinucleate and polynucleate. Name itself indicates that mononucleate cells consist of single nucleus, whereas the dinucleate consists of two nucleus, as well as if the more number of nucleus are present, the cell can be known as polynucleate cell. Polynucleate cells of the animals are also known as syncytial cells. The best example for this is the osteoblast cell, which consists of more number of nucleus. The shape as well as the size of the nucleus will be depending upon the content of the cytoplasm. So, the shape of the nucleus may be spherical, elliptical or discoidal. Shape is elliptical, spherical or discoidal. That means the nucleus will be appear like a round structure, that means the spherical, or it may be the elliptical, or it may be the discoidal. So, these are the different shapes of the nucleus. The size of the nucleus may vary from 3 to 25 millimicrons, and it is directly proportionate to that of the content of the cytoplasm. Whereas the nucleus of the haploid cells are smaller when compared to the nucleus of the diploid cells. So, you are all know that what is haploid cell and what is diploid cell. If the cell consists of n number of chromosomes, we call it as haploid cell. If the cell consists of 2n number of chromosomes, we call it as diploid cell. The size of the nucleus is smaller than that the size of the nucleus in haploid cell is smaller than that of the diploid cells. This is the structure of the nucleus. In this diagram, we can able to observe different parts of the nucleus. So, let me explain different parts of the nucleus. In this diagram, we can able to observe that outer membrane, inner membrane, perinuclear space, nucleolus, DNA, nuclear pore and rough endoplasmic reticulum. We know that rough endoplasmic reticulum has been generally arranged from the nuclear membrane. So, different parts of the nucleus will include, first one is the nuclear envelope. This nuclear envelope is nothing but the outer covering layer of the nucleus. That means the nucleus is covered by means of a membrane which is known as nuclear membrane, and it is also known as nuclear envelope. This nuclear membrane is divided into two types, namely the outer membrane and inner membrane. In between these two layers, a space is present which is known as perinuclear space. That means the nucleus is covered by means of a membrane which is divided into two types. That means the nuclear membrane consists of two layers, namely the outer membrane and inner membrane. In between this, a perinuclear space is present. This perinuclear space is filled with dense material. The nucleus is filled with the transparent semi-solid matrix, which is known as nucleoplasm or the nuclear sap. So, all this is filled with the nuclear sap. Next, the nuclear membrane is not continuously present. It is perforated by means of a nuclear pores. So, you can able to observe these pores. That means, here and there the nuclear membrane is divided into number of pores. We call it as nuclear pores. Through these pores, transport of materials has been taken place from nucleoplasm to the cytoplasm as well as from cytoplasm to the nucleoplasm. Next, the DNA. So, DNA generally consists as the genetic material of the cell. This genetic material is present or distributed throughout the nucleoplasm. This will be considered as the genetic material and it is covered and it is filled in the nucleoplasm. The nuclear lamina is protein structure and this DNA will be in the form, the chromatin fibers consist of DNA. During the cell division, they become ribbon like structures which are known as chromosomes. The chromatin is made up of deoxyribonucleic acid as well as the proteins. The nucleus contains one or more spherical colloidal structures called the nucleoli. So, this is the nucleolus. The size of the nucleolus is related to the synthetic activity of the cell. Chemically, this nucleolus will be consist of DNA of nuclear origin as well as 4 types of rRNA and 70S ribosomal proteins as well as the RNA binding proteins and RNA splicing nucleoproteins. Ribosomal subunits are synthesized in the nucleolus. So, these are the ribosomal subunits which has been synthesized in the nucleolus, and at the same time the initiation, production as well as the maturation stages of ribosomes formation happens in the 3 distinct regions of the nucleolus. That means, the nucleolus is able to perform the all initiation, production and maturation stages of the ribosomal formation. This is the structure of the nucleolus. This is the spherical colloidal structure. The size of the nucleolus is related to the synthetic activity of the cell. The chemical composition will include the DNA, 4 types of RNA, 70S ribosomal proteins, RNA binding proteins as well as the RNA splicing nucleoproteins. So, in the previous diagram you can able to observe the structure of nucleolus. This blue spotted area is known as nucleolus, which is present in the nucleoplasm. So, all this is about the structure of nucleus. When coming to the functions of the nucleus, as I have already told that it controls the hereditary characteristic of an organism as well as it maintains the cellular metabolism. It maintains the cellular metabolism by controlling the synthesis of particular enzymes. So, it maintains the cellular metabolism by controlling the synthesis of particular enzymes required for cellular activity. So, the maintenance of controlling synthesis of particular enzymes is also performed by the nucleus as well as it controls the hereditary characteristics of an organism. It is also responsible for protein synthesis, cell division, cell growth as well as cell differentiation. It stores the hereditary material in the form of DNA strands. So, all this will include the main functions of the nucleus. Now, let us have a brief revision about the nucleus. Nucleus is discovered by the scientist Robert Brown in the year 1833. It is present in all cells except in the mammalian RBC. The nucleus is covered by means of a nuclear membrane, which is divided into two types, namely the outer membrane and inner membrane. In between these two membranes, a space is present which is known as perinuclear space. This perinuclear space is filled with the dense material. It is filled with the dense material, whereas the covering layer of the nucleus, that means the nuclear membrane, is not continuously present. Here and there it consists of the nuclear pores. These nuclear pores are useful for the transfer of materials from nucleoplasm to the cytoplasm as well as from cytoplasm to the nucleoplasm. The chromatin threads on the nucleolus remain suspended in the nucleoplasm. It is composed of nucleoproteins, enzymes and some minerals also. The nucleoplasm contains several thread-like structures which are colloidal in nature, and these are known as chromatin fibers. During the cell division, they become thick ribbon-like structures and are known as chromosomes. So, the chromatin is made up of with DNA as well as proteins. So, all this is the chromatin fiber or chromatin structures. So, the blue spotted structure is known as nucleolus, which is suspended in the nucleoplasm. So, all this is about the structure of nucleus and functions of the nucleus. Thank you.